own skin, as a man, as a woman. I could see if they'd like to talk. Maybe what they say fits how you're feeling.
Yeah. Okay. And thanks. You do look really pretty.
Oh?
To look at, I'd smudge your makeup.
Thanks for letting me down gently.
What? So weird. It's like the Tash character, they didn't know whether to write her as an adult or a child. So it just bounces between them erratically.
Lacanis? Where is he?
Missing. Be upstairs? No, upstairs doesn't go anywhere. Is it the note? What the fuck was that? Food inventory. Grocery list. Is there a note in his room or anything? There's this. Nothing else in here. Oh, he's back there. Okay. Check in with Devlin first. Davrin.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Please do. I need to hear an actual voice now and then.
Can't imagine why.
I'm starting to dream that I'm a griffin. Squawk.
Keep dreaming. It's good to have goals in life.
The real dream is getting him to take a nap. So what brings you by?
Just curious.
See you, chump.
Good lurk, dude.
Legendary warriors living apart from the world.
Don't know about that. I spent time with people who were bad right up till they took their vow.
How so?
Weishaupt is the last stop for the wrong sort. If you're facing prison or worse, you can always join the Grey Wardens and take your chances with the Blight.
I'd rather take my chances in prison.
It's not all bad.
When does it get good?
When Darkspawn threaten a village, when innocent people are in danger,
He's
then we
skipping over the fact that you're not guaranteed to survive the initiation.
swoop in, swords held high, armor gleaming, while 100 faces look to us for salvation. And they all live to see the sunrise.
I
Because
don't
of
remember what
we
the odds
do.
are, but they're not good.
Okay. Now I get it.
Best part is the warden fighting alongside you. Maybe they've done some bad things in the past. But after that day, it's different. There's some honor in their life where there wasn't before. Nothing like seeing redemption happen before your eyes.
But do people really change deep down? Do they return to their old ways?
Maybe we need a bit of both. When the storm comes, you don't want farmers and florists fighting archdemons. It takes the wrong sort to put the world right.
Kinda like us, I suppose.
Minus the skeleton butler.
I don't know. Manfred the Warden. Has a ring to it.
How about we quit while we're ahead? See you around.
Might as well check on Dab while I'm over here. I doubt she has anything to say because they're pretty good about marking the companions that want to talk. Yeah.
If that dragon had taken Mimrathas, I hate to think what the Venatori might do with that sort of chaos. A lot of people are alive. A lot of people have a chance, thanks to us. But we broke Lucanus out of the ossuary. He could finally go home, and now, what happens to Treviso now?
Harding's over here.
Back, demon! No further!
Ooh!
Isn't standing up to them supposed to work? Let Lucanus go! Don't make us hurt both of you!
What's going on? Lucanus?
It's not Lucanus, it's the demon. It's taking him over. He's trying to leave.
Smells like jam and brimstone.
Rook, do something!
Lucanus, wake up!
Ugh. What the?
You
That
tried
worked?
to walk through the Illuvian in your sleep.
Spite wanted out.
I need coffee.
Oh, right, because he said that when he falls asleep, Spite gets more powerful.
You can't just caffeinate your way out of this.
It's hard for Spite to take control when I'm awake, so I try to stay awake.
You can't just stay awake forever. I think that would kill you.
I'll be more careful next time.
We do have magical experts here, you know. Once we put our heads together, we'll figure this out.
I already talked to Nev and Bellara. Don't worry about it. This won't happen again. And thanks.
Okay. Now we can deliver the gift.
Huh. Nice.
Pile of coins. Maybe Docktown has that ring. You can dab Ren and Emmerich. Let's go.
Oh, it's a long story. Rook, what can I get the city's savior?
An upgrade for my ring would be nice. Oh, you can go beyond epic, you can go to legendary. Huh. Bleeding stacks. Critical ability hits apply chilled. For Nev. Rejuvenation on potion use. The memento. Bunch of cosmetics.
Come back anytime.
Do not touch
the treasure.
No one has better.
No other notable merchant here. Not ready for the main quest yet. That's Docktown. Check the wetlands. Have I found there is a merchant. And then I need to talk to them about the well.
Oh, hello.
Heavy attack damage. Recruit's tunic. Distance.
You're here to help.
Yeah! I thought after beating the well, I was supposed to come back here. Talk to somebody. No?
What happened? Can't change it now.
Shiny. This guy doesn't sell anything. He sells valuables.
Take your pick. Might as well live before.
So there's not like a proper merchant here. You have that one. What was the unexplored area? Up? I thought I was up here. Not up. We're here. Swamp Road. Dark Spawn. Lost Village. What are we doing here? Is there anything worth doing here? Is it just kind of a bonus area? Okay. Need a wisp for something. For a chest. Adventure and Darkspawn? No. Undead and Darkspawn. They don't get along. Just out here.
A lost ship? Do you think the Blight dredged it up? What more might it pull to the surface? trouble ahead?
I could use the practice.
Dead end. Just for now. Ooh.
We've company.
Oops.
Here they come.
It's closed off.
At them!
Okay. To the necropolis.
Ever more to do?
Yes. Prepare yourselves.
Is that what's equipped? I doubt it. Necrotic resistance versus undead. Ooh, death mask. That's cool. Affliction damage. That's actually really good. Primer duration. Enhanced damage when you reach low health. Defense. Siphoned. Memento. That's it. Pale drapery. Sure. See what that looks like.
Farewell.
How does this compare? Go compare. One less ability damage. I like the necrotic damage bonus. So I just need to upgrade this death mask and then we can replace it because it's 25% increased affliction damage if we're going into the burning ring that I have, so no shortcut. This is kind of a shortcut. The hall that we walked earlier cleared this place up. Hey look, they filled the place out. Wonder if there's any merchants here.
Calm. Looks like the candles worked. I see some of our colleagues have begun the renewal of the vows.
No merchants. Then this is where we're performing rites with Emmerich. Do it. Start.
Thank you again for coming. It'll be good to perform the rites of remembrance with another watcher. Excellent. Manfred found his way down. Very good, Manfred.
He sounds excited.
I thought we'd start the rites here. A tableau of the dead, commissioned 173 years ago.
I remember this. A visiting Orlesian mage called it the most macabre thing he'd ever seen.
Orlesians, fabulous artists, but no eye for the long run. These lives were flickers against the ages, precious, fragile, and finite. Now they serve as a warning. Don't linger overlong in the gloom. Live with grace and fervor while you may.
Not a lot of people take that advice.
It's still well worth the attempt. That one's livelier. Here. Who were you when you breathed above?
This body was a tailor's, a mother's. She laughed and taught and wove the robes kings wore when they were crowned.
Tja. Someone must realign her thoracic vertebrae. I hope the novices are inspecting the displays.
Being a watcher of the Grand Necropolis should
Agreeable
come with
protagonist.
I remember it being better kept in my day. Doubtlessly just the comforting murk of time.
Ask someone down here if it's true.
There's a thought.
Is that it? We're actually doing something.
Time to light the candles.
If you would.
Been a while since I paid homage to our dead.
Would you care to light the candle, Rook? Look at this. The last tomb of the Tannhausens. A very influential family in the Storm Age.
We broke the bones of dragons.
A posthumous motto. Their last heir met his match against a Highland Ravager.
Death by dragon. Surprised there was enough to bury.
Do you know, I never expected that the door we found back in the Vault of the Beloved would lead here.
Ah, right. They used to be higher. Did the necropolis shuffle around its rooms again?
It did. We'll have some work ahead, leading people here on the days of public mourning. Could you light the next candle? Aha! One of my favorite flowers! A variegated weeping widower.
You know your plants?
Oh, alchemy is my hobby. It's a break from teaching spirit calling and theoretical applied metaphysics.
That's some advanced necromancy.
Well, feel free to browse my books in the lighthouse. I just found a wonderful work on chronological transection in the Fade. This way, Rook.
That bell did its job. Not a trace of despair demons. I mean, spirits.
It's all right. You've been away from the Watchers a while.
Thanks. Everyone outside the necropolis uses demons. Visiting your fellow undead, Manfred?
You'll need to light these candles as well.
Open your hearts to the final day, companion of all the ages.
You still have the old ritual memorized?
Like I said, a watcher should have some standards.
Where are all the dragons in this game? We found 2 of them. 3, 4, 5. We fought one successfully. Another one was in a different town. The third was a cutscene dragon, like you never fought it. And then the other 2 are too difficult to fight right now. So there's definitely dragons. But one is level 40 and the other is level 50. And I'm level 30. 31? 30. So we're not quite ready to fight
Spirits
dragons.
gather. Only a few more
The
candles.
dragons are tough to fight because it's like playing Monster Hunter with one of my hands tied behind my back. So I feel like I'm playing the game like this, you know, just like, and then dodge, and then camera, and it's just, no. We want cute dragon games where they're companions and we collect shiny things.
Ah, look
So
here.
Spyro. I think the Spyro games do exist. I think they made a recent one too. Like within the last 5 years.
Greetings to the dead and undying.
I think it might be welcoming you home. We're also enjoying the gardens, but we've one last ritual ahead. On your way, my friend.
There is Monster Hunter Stories, by the way, where instead of battling the monsters, you do battle the monsters, but you also have have companion monsters like Pokemon.
Spirits really are your specialty.
I've always had a rapport with them. Even as a child, they were my companions.
After you started training here?
After I was orphaned.
Oh.
A collapsed building, swift deaths. After the funeral, the Watchers took me in.
They're not so different. Watchers discovered me down here as a foundling.
I'd heard a mage was found as an infant in the necropolis.
Well, I ran around Navara's streets before my magic called. You settled in better.
I needed time. When I first arrived, I was terrified.
And you still joined the Watchers?
They're what saved me. Come, the next set of graves lies ahead. Please, light the next candles if you would. There's much to recommend about the rhythm of a ceremony. It eases our worst hours. As a boy, the Watcher's rituals were exactly what I needed to steady my days with purpose.
If our necropolis teaches us anything, it's to face life and death.
I was grateful for it, Rook. Immensely. All this pageantry, this magnificent gloom and its rites. I ask you, Rook, what is it for?
Let no Watcher forget that our greatest treasury is our dead.
Yes, exactly, exactly. This place is an abundance of history, of magic, of memories. The Watchers preserve it so the living may draw comfort from those who've gone before.
Like it could have been a walkable path, but alas.
We must get to the candle, please, Manfred.
I've resurrected simple undead before, but I've never seen a wisp animate a corpse so smoothly.
He's taken remarkably well to having a body, haven't you, Manfred? Here are the last candles you'll need to light. Once you're ready, we'll need to ring the bell. Let the rites be acknowledged. Our bonds seen and sealed.
We honor the listening spirits.
Mom? Dad?
We witness, good Watchers, faith kept in all our paths.
It's been a while since I saw greater spirits of the necropolis.
Those two in particular are amongst our oldest friends. We'll need to ring the bell once more to close out the departing ceremony.
So you were really afraid of this place as a child?
It wasn't the necropolis itself, but what was draped around it. Have you ever been frightened by the thought of dying, Rook?
Hasn't everyone from time to time?
When I was younger, it happened more often than that. That's when I discovered I possess a great terror of dying. It goes beyond dread. Can't be reasoned with or soothed over. It comes without warning. In the dead of night, sunlit streets, a raw, strangling fear struck somewhere deep past the heart.
That's an issue for a necromancer.
Oddly, I discovered I wasn't alone. I debated this fear with friends. I argued with teachers. Yet, it lingered. Manfred's right. That's maudlin enough. There are struggles, but a watcher should always find peace amongst the graves. And what sort of homecoming would this be for you if we didn't end with some light refreshment?
Well, if Manfred's excited, how can I refuse? Cheers, Manfred.
Quest complete! Emmerich's ability cooldowns are reduced. Your other companions' cooldowns are reduced whenever Emmerich's abilities defeat an enemy. Don't know what he has currently equipped. Yeah, new shield, but we're not going to use it because he doesn't have anything. Ooh, fancy. Fancy, fancy. What's new? But I said I had something new. Staff? Being a burning enemy? Yeah. Do I have like a burning bonus? All resistances, ranged attack damage, fire damage. Hold. We'll leave it as it is. Shortcut. Fast travel. Zulu, you missed all the excitement. There was a raccoon and a possum. Okay. Is there more of these? Wonder. Something over here. What are you?
Just a casual inquiry.
Yeah, undead dragon. Continue adventuring until an expert arrives. Yeah, Hall of Valor I could do. And then this is the other dragon, the Blight dragon. We're gonna do Docktown. Let's travel there. I'm gonna take a quick break first. I'm gonna go use the restroom, get some more water, might start some food, and then we'll go talk to Morrigan.
The next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead. I'm John Kennedy, and I approve this message.
All right. Let's go see Morrigan. We've done all the side stuff. No side stuff left that we know of. There's a merchant. We need to check with the merchant. No, I was just here.
Give me a hand.
Right away.
Here's what I don't get about the...
It's cosmetics.
What were we talking about? Here's what I don't get about the Fate, Emmerich. Somehow it's a source of creation and where spirits live. And a place we go when we dream and...
And your own people, the Dalish, believed it the home of the gods.
And that. And some sort of kingdom for demons.
As well as the source of all magic.
And maybe where souls pass through after they die.
That's a rather simple summary.
Simple?
It wouldn't be worth studying if it were dull.
Must be able to go in that door at some point. Some future quest. Do I have the file for Big Pig? Some of those I don't have the source to because they were multi-pig. Because they were on Blurp. Thought it was just multi-pig and regular pig. No, there used to be a Big Pig where it was like all echoey and loud. But Blurp kept messing up, so I stopped using it, and that was one of the sounds that I lost when I transitioned entirely to Firebot.
I wish there was something I could do.
Yeah, the really loud one. Where it was like...
Why did Morgan want to meet in
echoey.
Mathis? Isn't she helping the Veil Jumpers in Arlathan?
Indeed. But today we have a guest, and she needed the anonymity that only a city provides.
Who is it? Liliana?
Good to see you, Lace.
Oh, it's the Inquisitor!
Look, you remember how
It was randomly generated for my playthrough.
Well, this is Inquisitor Llewellyn, the woman who led us all.
You're here to help? Or are you taking over?
I'm not taking over. Solus fooled the Inquisition. He fooled me. Your team stopped him. And your team is dealing with the gods that escaped.
So you've heard about them?
Morrigan and Harding have told me about what you've accomplished since taking over for Varric. You've put together an impressive team, and you've got the best chance, maybe the only chance, to stop Elganon and Gillenane.
I won't let you down.
Don't worry about me. Worry about the people you've recruited and about the people depending on you. I'm asking you to take down a pair of gods. You're not going to be able to do that if you're worried about my approval. But if you listen to your friends and remember the people you're fighting for, you'll get through this.
We've got the makings of a good team, I think. We'll do our best.
And while you do so, Rook, the Inquisitor will do her best to ensure that the rest of the world remains intact. A daunting prospect, given that most of the South is under siege by Darkspawn.
It's that bad?
If not for the Inquisitor, the South would have collapsed completely. She has not been idle while you assembled your team.
Isn't that what the Wardens are for?
I have a team, but not much in the way of forces. If there's any military support you can spare.
I'm sorry. Our forces in the south.
So what's the point of the Inquisitor being here?
And I'm afraid the Grey Warden leadership doesn't think much more highly of me than they do of you.
The Inquisitor did not come all this way to leave you with empty words, however. She brought something no one else could.
A wolf statuette. We've found others like it in the crossroads. Where'd you find yours?
I found it right around the time Solus's ritual failed, when he was pulled into the Fade. We've examined the magic, and it's tied to the Veil. To him. Somehow.
Solus is ancient, and his magic is part of him in a way far beyond that of mortals. I suggest you take it to the crossroads and see if something in the lighthouse calls to it. Perhaps it will yield some insight into your new ally.
Solus is trapped in the Fade. He's not my biggest concern at the moment.
Solus is trapped in your dreams, and while he cannot match Elgin or Gillenane in strength, he is far more cunning. He is the Dreadwolf. He led a rebellion that lasted centuries. How many times do you think the gods thought him trapped and helpless?
Solus was important to me. If this statuette helps you understand him, if it uncovers something that... Honestly, I don't know. I wish I did. But this feels like a part of him. And whatever he and I once were, I think... I hope... it might help you.
We should go, Inquisitor. The armies in the south need you.
Right. Harding, stay sharp. You're my eyes in the north.
Always, Inquisitor.
Rook, good luck. If I come across anything else that can help, you'll be the first to know.
Thank you.
Hi, Chewie. You missed all the fun. There was a raccoon and a possum.
We should take a break. Head back to the lighthouse for a bit.
All right, let's go. He's climbing into that again.
Rook, just got word. First Warden's calling everyone back to Weishaupt. Everyone except me, seems like. Guess the First Warden didn't like me joining your team.
Calling Wardens back from all over Thedas is a big step. Did he give any reason why?
Not exactly, but I've heard rumors of a massive Darkspawn horde on the move. Even hearing there's an archdemon with them.
Look at him! Kitty in a cauldron. Hi. Alright, I'm putting you back.
The timing can't be a coincidence. The gods must be behind this.
I bet they are. Rook, if the gods have an archdemon, Warden lore says archdemons only show up during a blight.
Archdemons are the old gods. I feel like they're trying to do some retconning here. Are they going to also remove the fact that in order to kill an archdemon, a warden has to do the killing
Doesn't say
blow?
anything about elven gods. Seems like the rules have changed.
And the
we're
warden
going in
dies
blind.
along
We
with the
need to know
archdemon?
what we're up against.
I'll talk to Solus, see if he knows anything about any of this. Make sure the others are ready to move.
Make sure there's nothing else that's like popping up and it's like... What's this? You regret? Oh, here we go.
You cannot do this, Algernon. You swore that we would give up our commands when this horrific war was over.
Oh.
Our people need our leadership. If you're unwilling, leave.
Our people must rebuild, and we must help unite them.
So, we did not fight for freedom, but to conquer this land and our own.
We fought to win, and now the Evenuris are as gods. I do not answer to Mythal's annoying lapdog.
The people are afraid. They must believe in something.
They need strength.
And wisdom.
They need gods who can protect them.
We are not gods. You will learn that.
Every lapdog hides a wolf inside.
That was strange. They were speaking Elven, but I understood it.
I believe we have experienced a memory in each of our native languages.
Not just any memory. One of the Dread Wolves.
And the mages who declared themselves my gods. Well, mine and Davrin's.
Anyone see anything in that memory we can use?
Elgranon was hungry for power. Did anything he could to get it, and to hold on to it.
Then Solus, furious at Elganon's installing himself as a despot, started his rebellion.
There's another moving part in this. Mythal. She was keeping the peace.
Mythal and Solus were close. The Inquisition found a temple to Mythal, and there were wolf statues everywhere.
Then she sides with Elgranon over him. A betrayal.
It sounded like Solus was loyal to Mythal. What did Elganon call him? Mythal's lapdog? And then she grabs power alongside Elganon instead of standing for her principles. I'd be angry too.
Angry enough to start a rebellion?
That's not how he'd see it. He didn't destroy the world. Elganon did. Solus did what he considered necessary to stop him.
Solus would try to justify what he did, but he'd also blame himself for what happened.
Perhaps these murals aren't simply memories. They're what Solus wishes to forget.
His regrets. That means they're a way to learn his weak points.
Why are we worried about Solus? He's trapped.
Right. But the Dread Wolf was the god of trickery. He's looking for a way out. Bet on it.
Meanwhile, keep your eyes open in the crossroads. If there's a way to restore the rest of these murals, Solus would have kept it in his hideaway. It'd be nice to get inside his head for a change.
Prove! You have arrived! Hope you had a good Wednesday. Play more Dragon Age tonight. Been lurking. Hockey's been on. Intermission time! Ooh, we got wisp things. Ooh, I need to find 2 wisps. There's one.
I need a wisp.
Should be another wisp somewhere. Shouldn't be too far because you can't carry them very far. here's another one. Story time, apparently.
I was not certain you would come.
Even good, did a bit of
You
homework.
were the one who walked away.
Got 78% on a quiz. Nice.
Needs me.
The Evanurists seek the magic of the Blight.
Impossible. The Blight is safely sealed away forever.
Oh, I wish I could believe you. I have sensed the breaking of the wards.
I will investigate your claims. If they forget the danger of the Blight, I will endeavor to remind them.
What if, instead, you left the Evanurists and remained with me? Do you not wish for freedom from this struggle?
Be at peace, love. I will stop them.
As you must. The Blight is our mistake.
Did Mythal call Solus love in that memory?
You have some hearing issues on your left ear now.
So they were doing it.
Hey, me too.
Gods were free
Mine's
with
an
their
ear
emotions.
infection.
They felt things deeply. The way they expressed things, well, it feels romantic to us, but that wasn't really how it was. Back then, I mean.
Nah, they were doing it.
Oh, they were absolutely doing it.
Being with someone you're rebelling against?
The delivery of that line, 10 out of 10. It's like when it won't pop when you yawn. Yeah.
Doesn't sound like
Might be an ear
Solus.
infection.
He also met
That's
her
what mine is. I'm hoping it just goes away. Otherwise, I'll have to go see a doctor and get antibiotics or
secret and
whatever.
talked about how they could run off together.
It sounded so tragic and romantic.
Oh, wait. Never mind. That does sound like him.
So the Dreadwolf goes to Mythal. They might be fighting, but they have history.
And he warns her about the other gods using the Blight. That's more important than his rebellion. It's like kingdoms coming together when an archdemon rises.
Mythal didn't think it was possible. She said the Blight was sealed away. There's an old legend about it. Davrin, the one with Andrul's armor. Not sure it matters.
I want to know.
We're deep in elven lore already. What's the legend say?
Right. Well, Andrul was the goddess of the hunt. She put on armor, magic armor, made us something called the Void, drove her mad.
I remember this one. The other gods were afraid Andrul would turn on them. She was doing all kinds of horrible things, causing plagues. It does sound like the Blight.
Well, it all...
Might be as you're still sick. You also just finished antibiotics for the cold, and the hearing loss came after you smacked yourself, and it's just been getting worse. Well, it's getting colder. Do you cover your ears when you go outside? I try to do my best of putting a stocking cap whenever I'm going outside when it's below 50. And I must have missed a day or two or something, because... Yeah, a toque! A tokel! Or whatever, however you say it. You haven't really been outside, but you have a toque and hoods. Look at you Canadians with your words.
Ends with Mythal
Toque.
fighting Andrul.
It's a toque, right?
After,
like a toupee?
Mythal turned
but
into
not.
a dragon.
She what? Why didn't you start with that?
Anyway, she took Andrul's armor away. Then Andrul's madness left, and peace returned.
Intriguing. So it's possible Andrul stumbled onto the magic of the Blight.
And when Andrul went mad, Mythal took it from her and locked it away.
Until
Dragon
someone
Age the
started using
V-neck.
it again.
That's right. We're ready to have that last button on Nev's V-neck get unbuttoned.
The Blight's one of the only things that really scares Solus. He came to Mythal afraid.
And she took it seriously, too.
So Mythal goes off to investigate what Solus says. Then, what? It's too clean.
Seems plenty messy with them doing it.
But this isn't just a memory. It's something Solus wanted to hide. What's the crime? What did we see here that he feels guilty about?
I think I might know. When the
Well, I guess she's
Inquisitor
got
was
2
saving
buttons
the world
left.
from the breach, she met Mythal.
What? Like in a dream?
It was complicated. She helped the Inquisition. There was a magic pond and a dragon.
Nice.
The point is, she also said the other...
I can't decide if I like I feel like half of Tash's writing is good and then the other half is awful. Just randomly chiming in, nice, where there's a dragon, fucking gold. But when she comes up with her teenage angst bullshit, I can't handle it.
The elven gods betrayed her, killed her.
Okay, sorry. Point of order. If they killed Mythal, how was she still around to help the Inquisition?
Rook, as a fellow watcher, you know there are ways.
I'm not saying she couldn't help from beyond the grave, I'm just asking how.
Elven god magic? She'd spent centuries gathering strength and sharing people's bodies, I think.
If it was a truly benign possession, that speaks to her character.
Solus goes to Mythal, the one semi-reasonable elven god, for help, and the other gods kill her for it. I imagine the Dread Wolf's rebellion heated up significantly after that.
Right. And Mythal wasn't there to keep the other gods in check anymore.
Well, it's not just that she died.
What do you mean, Tosh?
It's... Ugh. There was stuff he wanted to tell her, but he waited too long, and then she was dead. He never got to make it right. That twists you up.
That's it. There's our crime.
Doesn't really tell us anything we can use, though.
We know more than we did. That's something.
Then I guess we keep our eyes open if we come across more of these memories.
This is an achievement that not everybody has. 9% of players. Did that give us a second wisp in here? No. Need a second wisp for this.
Another help. Between the facing god.
We need a wisp.
Spoiler. Between the facing gods. Here. And the facing gods. Outside? Those wisps don't stick around that long, though.
Offer, dweller. I will answer.
Maybe this one sticks around longer. It's up here. Yep, it is. Are all of these Solus and Minerva, or whatever the hell her name is? Milas? Solus and Milas? Run fast! Run fast! They don't last very long! Made it. Ooh. On leaving the lighthouse, activating something. Ooh!
Dweller, it is whole. Restored.
Workshop upgrades have been discounted. Okay. Who's that girl? That line. Who's that girl? Who's that girl? It's Joey or something. Oh, it's Andy from The Office. Who's that girl? Who's that girl? It's Andy. Here's another one. So many of these. Uh-oh.
You dare to try to cage us, jealous of our growing power.
You will pay the final price for this betrayal.
We warned you not to use the Blight. For this, and for Mythal, I sentence you to sleep in exile ever after. Your own lives will form the veil that keeps the horror you unleashed at bay.
I feel like watching all these before going and talking to Solus is gonna open some conversation options.
So he locked
You
the
having some
gods
trouble
away
there, bud?
and created a veil between this world and the Fade. I mean, they were terrible, no question. But what he did, it didn't just stop them. It destroyed our culture, our world.
It wasn't just to stop them. It was to stop the Blight. We've seen how bad Elganon and Gillenane are. Imagine all 7 corrupted gods running wild.
So he created the Veil just to keep the elven gods locked in their prison?
Yes, to keep them from accessing the Fade. But was the creation of the Veil around the world an accident?
You heard him yelling. That's not the sound of a ritual going right.
What do you think, Rook?
Honestly, it's a little terrifying. I've studied the Fade for years with the Watchers. The idea that the Veil, a fundamental part of our world, was an accident as Solus sprang his trap.
Astonishing. How little we truly know.
And a good reminder not to start spells you don't know how to finish.
I had another question, and I'm sorry, maybe this doesn't matter, but Solus trapped the blighted gods in an ancient elven building, right?
That's what it looks like. Maybe a palace? Fancier than what I've seen in Arlathan, at least.
And then, the Magisters were lured into the Fade. They broke in, which let the Blight escape, and turned the Golden City black.
Right, and the Black City hangs in the Fade, a little reminder of their mistakes. What's wrong, Lace?
It's just... the Chant of Light says that the Maker built for them the Golden City, the center of all creation. But if the Golden City was an ancient elven palace, then the Maker didn't build it. The elves did. The Chant of Light is Andraste's visions from the Maker, but it sounds like it's... wrong.
You're asking if we just disproved the entire Andrastian faith.
Did we?
Oh, you're picking a choice here. Not a believer.
That's a problem for Chantry scholars to worry about. We have a world to save from the gods who definitely exist, and also want to kill us.
Looks like there are 3 more of these murals with the Dreadwolf's old memories. Wonder what else he's hiding.
You have so long observed the world. Why not consider joining it?
But I have no desire to live as humans. I have the Fade. Besides, this talk of taking on a solid form. I think you underestimate the danger. When you took the glowing stone to build your body, did the earth not shake?
Valyrian gives us the strength we had when we were of the Fade. We are the best of physical and spirit.
Mythal is the one
I
possessing
need your wisdom,
Harding.
Solus. To withstand the louder voices who would go too far like Elganon. I need you.
This is madness. You must know that. I will always follow where you go.
Bet these statues are also made of lyrium. Chewie being a fuckhead? No, he's in a cauldron, and I put the blanket on top of him. Put the scarf on top of him. Ugh. See, look how cute he is. Then I put a scarf on top of him. Likes the scarf. And I'm the fuckhead. Aren't I, Chewie? That kind of sharp edges, doesn't it? Do you want that in there? Or no?
And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis?
It's a wolf. What am I holding? Chewie in a cauldron? Thought I was talking to my soup. You know, I don't think anybody would be surprised if I did.
Elves were spirits who voluntarily manifested a physical form.
I'd rather go back to talking about the Blight.
Hey, Lucanus. Could spite turn
Wolf,
into an
hope you had a
elf?
good Wednesday, dude.
No.
Sorry, but... What?
All right. So elves are sort of spirits. What do we do with that?
To be clear, this memory only shows that the first elves originated from spirits. Balara, you and Davrin are
Had
no
some
more
breakfast
spirits
for
than
dinner.
anyone else
Nice.
conceived
Some
naturally.
bacon and pancakes or
Conceived
something.
naturally? Guess I'll go ask my mother.
The knowledge that an entire people were formed from a mass manifestation could change our entire understanding of magic.
If we let it out, is that the right call? Do you want bigoted humans yelling about how elves are demons?
Davrin's got a point. World's not short on small-minded humans.
If the world learned about this and it led to attacks against elves.
Elves have enough trouble as it is down in Ferelden.
Yeah.
We have to tell someone, though.
Blueberry sweet cream pancakes, sausage links, and eggs with ham and cheese. Damn, dude.
No one will believe us.
The feast.
Okay. We keep this to people we trust who have good reason to know. No shouting it from the rooftops.
Agreed. The Morn Watch has a great deal of experience keeping dangerous secrets.
So, beyond the world-shaking stuff, what else did we learn here? Solus himself was a spirit.
What kind do you think he was?
Well, his name is Elvin for pride.
Oh, okay.
There's something else. Not about spirits, or not all about them at least.
You had no-name
Solus
mac and
didn't want
cheese?
to
Hell
become
yeah.
A person with a
You can't move. Wolf's like,